Welcome to DogStar. Each week we sit down with a star of rap and R&B. And this week we have the pleasure of sitting down with DJ YuWish. YuWish.
Bow wow.
Bow wow. A bow wow to you.
Mm-hmm.
How are you?
Pretty good. Excited to be here.
Yeah, we really
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate you taking the time out of one of the busiest schedules in the state to sit down with us and sit down with fans. So thank you.
This will be fun.
Legend, mate. Yeah, we want to get your full story like anybody else.
The full coverage.
So were you born in Minnesota?
So I'm from Mankato, Minnesota.
Hey, we like that.
Grew up there till high school. Mm-hmm. College up in Duluth.
Mm-hmm.
After that, moved to the cities, bounced around the burbs, Eagan, Minneapolis. Then I moved back to Mankato area. Last about 10 years. And that's kind of when I started doing music again and DJing, organizing shows.
But never going out to pursue a woodworking career in Utah for a year or something wild like that.
Work
in the oil fields and
no, I had a bunch of random jobs.
Before
tree work, lumberjacking.
I could see that.
I helped a buddy DJ in high school, but that was like high school dances and stuff like that. Nothing.
Got a taste for it.
Yeah,
though.
I mean, a little taste. Yeah, we did block parties then.
Well, let's try to trace
even
back.
before then.
Yeah, early your musical memories. Did your mom or dad have like a good taste in music? Yeah, who was the first proverbial DJ?
You know, it's funny because most of everything that was force-fed to me that I didn't listen to was psych rock. It was all the Pink Floyd.
Huh.
So I just didn't really like it as much, but I liked the Doors.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Outside of that, it was kind of my own exploration. I was kind of a kid who had access to, things that other parents would say no to.
I mean, are we talking through friends, library, LimeWire?
Anything I had access. Well, it was, CDs, tapes.
Oh,
even then.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, do you...
Not many records.
I mean, by any chance, still have any of these mix CDs you made from 10 years, 15, 20 years ago?
I have old... It's embarrassing. I have old techno mixes from like late 90s, 2000s.
Hey, I mean, those are probably awesome. He says.
No. It's kind of like house, yeah. Wow, I haven't thought about that.
I mean, I think amazing that you still have those. I mean, those are part of the journey, part of the songs that shaped your sonic taste, you know?
It's crazy because CDs are going, but I have 4 binders of CDs.
Whoa.
And that was most of,
Yeah,
the music.
Did you think about music differently? I mean, obviously, as you get older, it would change. But like having the physical CDs to where now it'd be like pretty rare for something to be on a...
When tapes came back, it was kind of cool. Mm-hmm. But now, I think it was last year, the year before, vinyl outsold CDs for the first time in history.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So that's impressive because they used to only have 2 plants left and they ran 24/7. And that's how like record store day happened. But now they started making more plants so like more vinyl could be produced.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I think there's a small scale one in Minnesota.
Yeah. Oh.
I know. I forgot the name of it. If you know the name, put it in the comments. But, and were your parents, I'd assume, spinning vinyl, playing tapes?
Radio,
okay.
It was CDs, like the big CD changers.
Yeah.
Or like they used to have was it like 8 or 10? It was like the cartridge.
Yep.
Like I'm old enough, I had a CD changer in my car.
Nice.
I remember that.
Okay.
Yeah. The car days of old box Chevys and Regals and subwoofers.
And what do you think the draw to music that, like you're saying, music maybe that you're not supposed to listen to, what do you think that draw helps fuel in an artist or even someone trying to find their own identity as a young person?
I think for me, the connection with music was just life, trying to figure out life and everything you're going through.
Yeah.
I never really thought about the way I did until I started doing the sample-based stuff later.
Right.
That kind of changed, but it was just being a fan. Like I look back and people look, they're like, how do you have this taste? Mostly hip hop, yes, but a little bit of everything. And they're like, how did you listen to this and this? I was like, it was just whatever I had access to. When you were younger, there was that, what was it, BMI or like the CD selling companies? As soon as they would send you stuff in the mail, people would scam them to get like 10 free CDs because you were 15 or 16 and not 18. But just getting any of that, or I had an older brother. I remember he put me on to like UGK and stuff like that when I was listening to like Too Short in the early 90s. But outside that, it was, and then after that, it was probably like being younger and going to like dance clubs and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And are you secretly playing the guitar or piano all this time, or playing anything in school?
Not really. When I was maybe it was 5th or 6th grade, I did saxophone for a little bit.
Whoa, okay.
But it wasn't that long, and I don't know, routines or anything like that just didn't work.
I mean, well, we have an alto saxophone for you. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. I'd try. I'd botch it, but I would try.
I mean, I'm sure you could figure it out after an hour or so. That's it, but kind of gave that up going into middle school, going into high school.
Yeah, mostly when I was young, it was sports. It was all sports.
What'd you play?
Basketball.
Okay.
It was basically my life forever was basketball, and then college, I did the academics. But then after that, it kind of came back, like, again, being a fan, going to shows, and then eventually, like, taking the risk, getting on stage, or just trying to help friends meet each other, produce, great producers, lyricists, MCs. Like, I forget that I've been able to be around and have drinks with legends,
Yeah. What were some of the shows you started going to when you were getting back into music after college?
So, like, the early stuff I think about is like Pizza Luce up in Duluth. Seeing he DJs now. He goes by Jesse Jays, but he was part of a group called Critical Contact.
Okay.
And they used to book and do a lot of stuff. I remember even seeing Prof back then up at like Grandma's Sports Garden, but it was Luce up there, and it was like everybody, all the Rhymesayers crews all came through.
Wow.
I remember that's how I met. Goes by Terrence now, right? Terrence X.
Yes.
Desdemona, and then like Concentrate, the Hecatome crew.
Oh my God.
I have an old photo of us that I think of a lot. That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah. That was right when I was just like 21, 22.
Wow.
That's epic. And just heard about the show in the area, or that they were going to be up there, or what was like promoting a show
so
like
when
back then?
talk about differences of then and now, I remember going to shows not knowing what the artists looked like at all. So you'd be in line to a show and they would walk in front of you, and then once you knew what they looked like, you would see it happen to other people. Yeah, I remember that, because I remember the first time, like with Atmosphere, Brother Ali and them, like people didn't really know what they looked like.
Right.
Because for a lot of people at times, they found out about a lot of them through like battle rap tapes and stuff. Yeah. The old Scribble Jam stuff.
Wild. Oh, yes. I mean, so it sounds like no matter the genre, you've always had an appreciation for people behind the microphone, the engineers, the producers.
The writing and storytelling.
Exactly. Not just the vocalist or the musician.
I think a lot of people, it's the pain and struggle in life. You kind of connect through the music that way.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
People being able to put into words and melody what my soul can't on its own,
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it.
And then what was the transition like from like just being a fan to starting trying to like give back to the scene, like be a part of it?
So after college, I was in the corporate world for a while. And once I kind of stepped out of that, I started working in mental health back in my hometown.
Nice.
And it's similar jobs, different kind of stress, but it just gave me more time to try to be creative. And I felt like an obligation to give back. I never wanted to step on stage. But I felt like the scene needed a pillar. It needed something. So I tried my best. Started out just DJing with one turntable, the Serato. And then it evolved over the years to like being the booking agent, the What's Up for a couple of years.
Sick.
And everything else. And then it slowly, And after about 10 years of doing that, if I'm rounding up a year, it's finally got an album kind of put together.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now lately I've been doing more video stuff, working with the 360 camera.
Yeah.
So long shot, maybe I'll do a short film. Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And did you do did you want to do video stuff back in college or high school?
Never thought about it until June this year.
I love that.
Thai Prophecy and Zaystar asked me to come shoot a show. It was the Prince block party in June.
Yeah.
I took the risk. I just wasn't skilled. I was like, this is something I gotta try to do. I got access, so I only had one of my 360 cameras at the time, so I tried to capture as much as I could. Still editing a lot of it, but it was amazing.
Wow. And
It's cool because after all the years of DJing, I feel comfortable on stage where you can be close and you're not going to throw off the element.
right.
Or also being a DJ, you learn how to really you could be on stage and invisible where they won't see you. Yeah.
Interesting.
Lots
Yeah.
of skills being picked up.
And being able to
Yeah. Since then, it's been a spark and it's been all visual. It's been, yeah.
I mean, we were just talking about back in the day, you don't know what the artist even looks like. Nowadays, everyone's album cover has their face on it.
Yep.
What do you think the importance of a visual element, whether it be an album cover, music video, or promotional flyer? What
Yeah.
do you think the import of the visual element is with the audio?
Yeah. I guess, I suppose with some of the visual, I started with doing flyers a little bit because you had to pick up a skill along the way of doing
Like graphic
shows.
design stuff.
Yeah, I'm not very good at it, but I try. I hit a couple that I like, but and even in those, I started trying to use nature shots as like the framing and backdrop.
Right.
And in the same way, I kind of use with the 360 camera, I kind of do it to capture nature and stuff because I see the art in all of it now. Even like the cloudy days and everything. Yeah. I never thought about that.
No, that's awesome. And I mean, until you just said it, never thought about both sides of the audio side of it, both sides of the video side of it, just as a DJ.
Right.
That's so
and it's
cool.
interesting because, you guys used to do stuff on the mic and then you kind of slide more into the production side. And sometimes it's the same skill sets,
Right.
just different. Yeah.
A lot of the same tools used, for sure. And what was the first, if you can recall, song or beat or sample, chop and screw, first thing you captured digitally that you created?
That I did?
Yeah.
That I'm going to tell you about?
Yeah,
is
I was going to
probably-
say, and was it as you wish?
The earlier stuff, it would be like what Splice is now, where you could
Okay.
grab stuff and rearrange it. There used to be this thing, what was it called? It was like EJ DJ. It was just a basic sequencing thing. It was kind of in the days when everyone was using the PlayStations.
No.
Yeah.
And there was a music maker out
Oh,
there.
yeah.
But it was kind of that, and that was old techno stuff. But not counting that, it would be honestly probably 10 years ago on an MPC 1000
Whoa.
when the Beat Club were doing sample-based challenges.
So
And that was the first time it kind of morphed with my listening because it was the first time I ever had monitor headphones. And you hear all the layers
Next
that you never
level.
hear before.
Right.
And I always joke because like Beat headphones, all you hear is the bass. You lose a lot. But once I had it, they're like the Sony MDR 750s. I started to hear layers and so many different things I could play with.
Are you still using those?
Those are kind of what I use sometimes, but
A good entry level head.
yeah, I'd use the ATX MX50s. They're like a typical DJ headphone.
Hell yeah.
They're pretty sturdy.
And Beat Club, what can you tell us about were you involved in the formation of it, or were you just a member?
So Beat Club happened when I was kind of part of this crew called Homegrown in Mankato.
Okay.
Bunch of rappers. One of my good friends, the Gons, was kind of like their in-house producer. And then him, DJ Shoba, they either had an MPC 1000 or they wanted to get one again. And we all wanted to kind of learn the drum machines.
Yeah.
Well, like Shoba knew, I think he showed me his MPC 500 and it was all just numbers, no screens, and he could just chop and go. And I was like, I got to try to learn this.
Wow.
So we came together, everybody got an MPC 1000, Fresh used a different drum machine, and then Intelligent Design used a DAW, I think. But it was sample-based challenges once a month to make a song.
What?
And I tried. Yeah, I never won. I tried for a long time. I never won, but after a while, I started to get a little bit better, but nowhere near what those guys could do with stuff.
Just that type of gathering, that creative gathering. That's awesome. We need more of that.
Yeah. I've been trying to bring it back. This last Thursday, we did one down at the record shop in St. Peter,
Oh,
where we had
nice.
8 submissions. I think there was even a guy from Florida that was part of it. Yeah.
I love
Sick.
that.
Yeah. So I'm trying to keep it going because I feel like in the community down there, that was a catalyst for a lot of music. I don't think it needs it now because there's so many people just killing it, doing however they create their own music in their, studio, bedroom, wherever.
But still, the digital realm is different than the physical realm for
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
It's just artists need to meet each other. beyond
true.
the digital interfacing. You know?
And I can bridge that into the 360 cameras. So what I'm trying to do there, I had the idea of I assume a lot of people are experiencing things through their phones only.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to make the immersive experience so people see something, they go, I want to go there, or I want to see what this is.
Yeah.
And I'm trying, it gets a little nauseous when it's too fast, but I've seen a couple that I feel like people, that gives you that wow, that grand illusion that people need for like wanting to go to shows.
Right, that spectacle.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the one thing I really like is because we've been to so many shows where it's the small, intimate crowd.
Mm-hmm.
You can just create these moments, even in those that are perfect. Yeah.
I mean, fisheye lenses are awesome for highlighting those moments, let alone multiple. That's awesome.
I like to say it's like a fisheye lens with a kaleidoscope on the end.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it. That's a very, very good way to put it. And I think you are a pillar of the Minnesota hip-hop community, seriously. You say 10 years. 10 years is, industry standard overnight success.
Yeah.
You've put in that 10,000 hours fivefold. So
yeah. I'm trying again with the camera. Like, I feel like that's the number. I'm trying to get those reps in. But it's cool to hear that. I've never thought about that way.
I mean, you're extremely inspirational to us, both on the creative side and the work ethic side.
Yeah, you guys the same. I've seen your journey. It's cool.
Thank you so much. We're sitting down with DJ YuWish here on DogStar.
Yeah, man. Thanks for showing up, continuing to show up. That's definitely important. Definitely important. You can follow DJ YuWish on Instagram, YuWish360. Tip the hat to the camera work that you've been doing.
And we've got 1 minute till we need to take a break. What's a small piece of advice, maybe in regards to time management, you can give to a local artist? Or up-and-coming artist, let's say.
If anything, I'd say don't book work you can't do. If you can't get there, don't book the work. If you can't do it, say you can't do it. Some people just, it's great when the vision, but once the years get in, you see the work that has to get done for stuff to happen. And some stuff just falls off, but you got to be able to put in the time for the work.
Ooh, words of wisdom with the wizard, DJ YuWish, here on DogStar.
Again, follow him on Instagram, YuWish360. Follow us at DogStar Podcast.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and share the show with someone that you think might like it, a fellow hip-hop head, perhaps. And follow us at DogStar Podcast, everywhere you get your podcasts. And if you're not watching it, go to YouTube and watch all of them right now.
We'll be right back.
Bow wow.
Bow wow.
Welcome back to DogStar.
We're sitting down with
the master, the legend, the pillar, the philanthropist, the turntablist,
the videographer now,
DJ YuWish. The man of many
360.
hats. I wanted to ask during the break,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll ask on air, how you are able to wear so many hats, not only as an artist yourself, but as one who kind of curates the community.
Kind of what I alluded to before with the work. Like, I saw all the work that needed to be done, and I just started picking up pieces and doing it. And then eventually you start to get better at some of the stuff.
Yeah.
I wasn't very good at event organizing in the beginning. After a couple of years, you start to figure out stuff, but then it's, scope and scale, and you try to go larger and larger and larger. Honestly, it's one of those things you start doing, and then it's all the hats. It's all the hats you got to put on, whether it's sound, lights, DJing, stage managing. I don't know. I think in the beginning, I thought I had this dream. I wanted to be like a touring manager to do that.
Yeah.
And now the thought of that, I would probably go mad if I did that. But I think that was the dream at some point was, could I be an effective tour manager for a crew? Yeah.
And what did you find, kind of switching gears back more so to the music path, what did you find when you teamed up with other people? What were the challenges and the benefits of collaborating with people who maybe knew more than you?
I think you get a group of small people, you can do anything, and anything's possible. I have this theory: you put 5 people together, especially artists, creatives, like our energy just multiplies. It just happens. And I think as long as you have the same horizon and general goals, you'll get there so much faster. You can't do it yourself. You can never do it yourself. There's always somebody there supporting, a good crew around you. As much as anybody wants to tell you they've all done it themselves, they haven't.
Right,
There's
or the
no way it's
lyrical
possible.
content is
Yeah.
more ego to, right. It's
Or
like,
it can take you 10 years to put an album together, like myself. Or if you work with a
like
crew,
many artists, seriously.
it happens a lot quicker, because sometimes with a crew, everybody's putting out a project, and you kind of help each other. Yeah.
I mean, to boil it down, even for up-and-coming artists, how do you coordinate 5 people's schedules, let alone 2 people's schedules, you know?
Yeah.
Do you find that group text works? What do you personally find that
I feel like that
works?
used to be the thing, was group chats all the time. I hardly ever do that anymore. I'll do one once in a while for a show, but honestly, every time I organize a show, it's one with each artist
Interesting.
on there.
Just to ensure everything.
Yeah, some people just have more different needs, sound needs, different stuff. So just depends. In the beginning, the younger years, it was just goofy group chats and just living life and having fun. But then after that, it's the schedules, because then, once you get older, everybody's getting married, having kids, families, jobs, houses, other businesses.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely a balance every artist needs to find, for sure.
And yeah, gotta be tricky organizing more than one artist schedule at a time. I can't imagine.
And not to get deterred when schedules don't align, or,
Yeah.
being able to pivot, I guess, would be good in the moment.
Like I used to always schedule 3, 6, 9 months out. And then DJing weddings, sometimes you can get booked 2 years out.
I suppose.
Now I maybe 3 months tops. It's different.
The first track, or I guess beat, one of the first beats we were able to find on SoundCloud, Gaunt.
9 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that there were tracks or beats before this.
Try this one. Gaunt.
Gaunt. Gaunt.
Yeah.
Gaunt.
Yeah.
What were you using
I want to say that's one of the random beat club beats.
I
that
was just about to
put
ask
up on
if
there.
it was more of
because in the beginning, most of that was just to see how SoundCloud would compress. Because a lot of the stuff I use, I like to consider it more like a film score and like more ambiance, abstract.
Right.
And I wanted to see how much, because I'll kind of go off the rails a little bit with the sounds
I mean, filling
and the
up the
synthesizers.
space, yeah.
And I want to see how much SoundCloud would compress. And
Like cap the frequencies?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
I mean, affect the sonic.
right.
Right. Interesting. And I mean, it must have been decent enough.
I forget, is that the one with the scratch on it?
I believe so.
So that scratch is it's just a moan.
I think so.
Yeah.
Very ethereal,
Yeah.
if you will. And that is 2016.
Yeah.
Wild.
If true fans want to check out the Bandcamp,
Yeah, what's all hiding on
Oh,
there?
I don't have Bandcamp. I have other stuff that I worked on. So like the Homegrown Crew.
Homegrown Crew.
Yeah.
I was around some of those guys. I'm on like a random interlude where they make fun of me as like a server.
Nice.
That's
It's
fun.
an old random.
We were
channel.
talking before we
Yeah.
recorded. Interludes and skits are kind of becoming a thing of the past. We need to revitalize them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Artists, they're fun. They're goofy. They're awesome. It's a good time, and you get to flex the skills you already have.
And I like to kind of think of it because everybody does singles. I get it. But the concept album, you put it on and you let it play. It tells a story. And I think some people still want that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And yeah, achievable. I wanted to go, so you started going to shows, and then it went from that to DJing, and that was just, you said, saw a need, or there's somebody needed you to do it, or what was the first show like?
So one of the OGs in Mankato, Fuzz Talk Radio, he organized shows down there for forever. It seemed like forever, whether he was off helping his crew tour and do stuff. but he was always doing shows. And at one point I was like, hey, can I DJ? Can I help? And I stepped in and I helped.
Sick.
And it was just learning everything I could on the fly. And that was the first. And then slowly I started to like, okay, I can't remember like the first show I actually like booked myself. But then it was because he used to do, and I missed this a little bit because I think this would bring people together. He would do comedy, hip hop, rock, all mixed genre shows.
Variety show. Yeah.
And it was a cool scene at the time in downtown Mankato with that. Yeah.
And we're talking early 2000s, 2010.
About that time. It's probably 16, 17, 18. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's been it's had a scene for a long time. I had a buddy down there this weekend telling me, and I forget that apparently Mankato's known for its music scene on the scale. Like it's a small city, but it has a thriving artist community.
I mean, it's a hot spot in the state for sure.
Yeah. Not just parties.
Right. So yeah, it went from going to shows, having a fun time, to asking, can I help DJ?
Yep.
Then you got your own night, or you booked a date, or what was...
I'm trying to think, because I probably started, I don't know if I really DJ'd much for the homegrown crew.
Mm-hmm.
I think I started doing stuff, but then it was once I DJ'd the first Moonfest.
Okay.
And the buddy Belts, who was on here a couple episodes back,
the show,
and my buddy Ryan was I DJ'd the first Moonfest, and it was the annual thing out in Kasota, Minnesota, where I still do shows at the Blue Moon. After that, they asked me to be their DJ for their group, R&B.
Oh.
And then I started DJing for the whole crew, which was Modest Music.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
That was probably a lot more when I was booking shows. I'm trying to think before, because Fuzzy was doing that, and a couple places opened and closed, because Fuzzy would book almost everywhere. He had shows all the time. And then Intelligent Design started booking shows. I think they were working together. And then once he booked up it was an old club called Red Rocks. It was pretty big. And then I started booking at the What's Up Lounge. That's probably when I started booking regular stuff. And I started doing like monthly shows there.
And so just like the terminology of it. So like when you're booking shows, you have like a night of the week with the venue already to have a show that night type of thing.
When I got to that point, it was once a month. The What's Up Lounge, you got to do a door deal. It was nice because they had a sound person. Like I kind of got to when I came back into music, I got to leapfrog learning how to do sound and all that stuff.
Oh.
But then eventually you come back and now I do sound. And
yeah, but looping back to you can't do it by yourself. It's not just you and a microphone on stage. It's a team of people, at least an experienced and seasoned sonic professional, making sure you don't sound whack.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what steps or like what advice to somebody who wanted to throw a show at a venue? So like what would that be called? Is that called booking too, or it's like how does an artist approach a venue to
some people just book spaces, right? Like up here I think that's more the common thing is just you book a space for the night and then the risk is all on you. My thing I've always wanted to do was to build organic relationships with venues. The money's not always crazy, but you get a good place to play.
Oh, yeah.
I've been very lucky playing a lot of dive bars around the Midwest. And you go there and they're like, hey, come back again. And sometimes it would be, when I was busy, it was like once a quarter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just forging those connections, though.
Yeah. And it's trial and error. How far do you want to drive? How much gear do you have now?
How often is management changing?
Yeah, because for a lot of people, it gets simple. You can get to, can you do 3 hours for X rate? And once you fill that in, you kind of just curate. And that's why having a crew, it was nice because everybody got their time.
Right.
Yeah. And you were all working towards a common goal. If it was certain, yeah.
And I'm sure having 3 or 4 people motivated, getting in the car at 4 a.m. is easier than just yourself.
Yeah.
That's so interesting, though. Just the forging those relationships versus just wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Right.
They'll call me if they want me back. You know, not me, not showing up early, not doing sound check, not doing those basic things.
If there's any advice, so in my day it was open mics and stuff, but I still believe going to venues, meeting the people that work at the venues. I'm terrible with names and I've forgotten so many, but like I remember the people that work there.
Right.
You build natural relationships, otherwise you're stuck. I've never used an EPK in 10 years.
Wow.
Which is like a cardinal sin in the industry to not have. But I also have messages. It's not group chats because it's normally just me and the venue owners or whatever. And I go, but I can go, hey, can I book this date for such and such? Boom, done.
So sometimes all you have to do is ask. And again, like you're saying at the beginning of the show, follow up.
Yeah.
Be there, show up. Don't throw some dates to a venue that you can't make.
Yeah. Well, stay for the event.
Stay for the event, exactly.
What sort of things are venues looking for, like the ones that have asked you to come back? Like, what do you think they were looking, like what's the pattern over the years? Like, what have you found out? Like, if you did this, they would want you back, or if you did this, they wouldn't want you back.
Honestly, I've learned the most from weddings. Doing weddings is not something I ever thought I would enjoy, but I made a little niche of how many I do, and I get to do it all right. So I get to weed out a lot of the nonsense I don't like doing weddings. But I've noticed certain bars want certain things. Country is taking over. It's been hip hop forever. Country's having its moment.
Right.
Everybody wants how much country, and it's now everybody wants karaoke. They turn open mics kind of shift into karaoke. Like if I'm setting up at a venue in a bar, the first question is, are you doing karaoke?
Interesting.
I haven't done it yet though, but I feel like that's what people ask. Other than that, I feel like venues really want things for people to go on dates to.
Something more
outside
mellow,
of theaters and stuff like that. There's not go somewhere for an hour or two, have a meal, have a nice date, and go. I think a lot of venues want that. And just, I don't know, some of these shows get kind of crazy and wild now. So it's the scale I'm at, a lot of places don't have full security teams.
Oh, totally.
So it's how much do you go to a cap before there's eventually some kind of problem? Yeah.
I'm sure finding that balance, and I'm sure venue owners, wanting to mitigate risk as much as possible.
Yeah.
But you wanted people in here,
I
didn't
do
you?
want to, exactly. I want to sell drinks.
I brought you people.
I'm a night owl, but I'll tell you, a lot of people don't want to be out past 10 p.m. anymore. They want to do 6 to 10 and be home by midnight.
Scooting up the early shows.
Sounds like me.
Exactly. Yeah, maybe that's it. But yeah, I could see it. I mean, the venues really didn't go back after COVID to being super late, or even stores and stuff. Restaurants aren't as open
24
as
hours.
late.
Yeah.
And I think where everything's going, I think Sunday Fun Days, kind of the kickback, will be the next thing people want to do.
If we're even allowed to drink on Sundays anymore, right? The way things are going, I feel like we're well, we don't got to talk about all that. But
We got to take another break in about 2 minutes here. So we're going to pick your brain as much as we can sit down with you.
Okay.
How do you prioritize personal events with professional events with creative events? You know, how do you prioritize what matters to you?
My day job has a weird schedule, so every weekend my days switch. So that's the biggest challenge.
Okay.
So when I have Friday, Saturday, Sundays, I'll book those when I can. Otherwise, for non-peak things, I just book it when it fits in my schedule. Balancing the personal and professional is always, I'm still learning. Because weddings, I know most of the people I'm DJing their wedding. I'm trying to add. So there's the pressure, because you never want to be the person that mess up somebody's wedding.
Ruins the greatest day of their life.
Ruins it.
Yeah, it's. I used to stress a lot about it. I lost my train of thought.
No, just
that is stressful.
I was just
though.
wondering, how you
Professional and all
how
that,
you
yeah.
live life while still creating so much.
Yeah. I think the thing I've learned now is I've kind of reconnected with just being a fan, going to things. I've really enjoyed stand-up comedy lately.
Okay, local or just international?
I've seen most of the legends, but last night I saw Bert Kreischer up in Duluth.
Oh,
he was
wow.
all right.
Wow.
He's good. He's funny. But yeah, some of our comedies. It's crazy because it's like the art of emceeing.
Exactly, it's very similar.
So
Because
yeah,
I don't think a lot of rappers right now could walk on stage with just a mic and command a room.
Right, if the beat cut out. Right.
But there's so many stand-up comedians that can do that right now, and they captivate the crowd. Yeah.
I wonder. I feel like you're gonna do it one day. I feel like
I'll try. I will try it at
that's
some
what I
point,
was-
but
You are being captivated by DJ YuWish here on DogStar.
Follow him on Instagram, YuWish360.
YuWish 360.
That was weird.
Follow us.
Yeah.
DogStar Podcast, DOGSTARPODCAST.
We'll be right back. Bow wow.
Bow wow, baby.
wow, BOW, WOW.
Oh wow.
Welcome back to DogStar, baby.
Sitting down with DJ YuWish. Do you like just YuWish now or DJ every time? or-
Director YuWish or what?
Yeah.
Either works. I got called DJ Ben for a lot of years, so anything other than that, I'm cool with.
Sergeant YuWish.
Any special like story or like how you got the name DJ YuWish?
Fiction or nonfiction?
Many moons ago, there was an email campaign. I think it was Coca-Cola, had this abbreviation. It was IDIC. It was if you don't know, you don't go. And I was one of the first emails I created. And I was like, what's a short form that I can use? And it was just the YWYWWM.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it was an arrogant younger version of myself because it was you wish you were with me. And I've had it ever since. And then people never knew. They would call me other things because it's like a gamer tag and other things too. So I just shortened it to the YuWish. Yeah. And then once I started doing the 360, I added that on.
That's
well,
pretty nice.
like most things in my life, thank you, Coca-Cola Corporation.
For everything.
For everything. No, that's a fascinating origin story.
Yeah. They're still evil, but you know, they've done good things.
Of course.
Yeah.
ATL, baby.
And then yeah, so DJing, then you got a night and were able to start booking shows. Any advice for artists when, I mean, you already said show up, that's probably the biggest one, but like as far as like who, let me ask you this, from your perspective and experience, who's responsible for how many people show up to a show? Like,
that's always a tough one because is it the booking? Because as a booking agent, you get looked at as being the promoter, everything. And even myself, I gotta kind of consider myself an artist too at times.
Right.
And it's hard because I've had times where people show up, they don't bring anybody, and they want hundreds of dollars, and I go, where does that come from?
but I could even see the perspective of like, oh, I was at a show at this venue, not that many people showed up. The venue must stink. It's not bringing in that many hip hop fans.
Yeah.
It's not. And
But
it's
like
like,
you're saying, it might be exactly the mirrored perspective on
Well,
the
and
venue
the thing,
side.
I think because a lot of the dive bars I've done, they just don't have a team.
right.
When I was the booking agent at the What's Up Lounge, it was the sound person, myself, and maybe somebody else trying to organize, but actually doing any of the marketing work. Like, yes, I made flyers that were suffice and got information out, but I wasn't out there doing promo and stuff, short content for each show, just because the time. There wasn't the time, or it's the budget. You know, if you got money, a lot of stuff gets done if you have the money for it.
Amen.
But kind of like what I said about the work is when you have a team, you probably will have somebody that does video, audio, this, so you can kind of build an organism that supports each other. But you got to figure out what you want to do, because some people do it great, just direct to their fan base, whether it's Snapchat, even straight text messaging now for events. Some people get very creative and do it very well. I still trying to learn from them. Yeah.
Definitely a 1,000 ways to skin a cat.
Because did you guys come to the silent disco things we did?
Was at one or two of them at 11 Wells or whatever.
Yeah. So, like, that was all Eventbrite organizers. I think they were out of Atlanta.
Whoa.
No, it was just kind of a weird bat signal kind of a thing.
I mean, that is a hack I've heard, is putting your events on Eventbrite. Like Eventbrite is doing the work to sell your tickets then as well, because they get a cut or whatever, however it works. But as long as your event's on there, it's going to show it to people who have bought tickets to something similar on Eventbrite before, and that should help at least get some people in the door.
Right.
Because for many, a lot of websites like that, that's fans' hubs. That's where, those websites are hubs for people trying to see live entertainment versus social media or the direct to fan.
And the events I was doing, and then at some point you can partner and they do certain rates and stuff. But a lot of when I was doing that, getting 100% of the door, I go, you get what you draw. I would try to tell people, I was like, it's tough, because sometimes you would get national touring artists to 5, 10 people. And they're all the artists that are doing the show. And it would be, some people would be a certain way. I was like, this is what it is. You get what you draw. But nowadays you're paying percentages for all that marketing and stuff, and it just dwindles down. So it depends what do you want to do?
As I think we can all agree, there's nothing like a live musical performance. No matter the genre, something about all those frequencies penetrating my soul, it's indescribable.
Yeah.
So a lot of we could suggest to artists, just do a live stream, online digital performance in your basement.
I think it's cool people did in COVID. I was impressed.
They met the opportunity. They filled that need.
I saw a couple of full-on live shows where they organized it all and with the green screen, and it's tough because there's the technology side, doing live streaming with the data. Yeah.
Definitely tricky.
Thick bandwidth.
Yeah, hard to pull off.
Yeah,
and you want it to look as good as possible, obviously.
But I think artists will always find a way. And I think that even like if the venue doesn't have a great reputation with a certain genre, it will soon see the value of that, even if it's 5-10 years down the road.
Yeah.
Artists will fill those gaps.
And I think we're starting to see a lot of people do more backyard, smaller gatherings and stuff.
Throw your own show. Seriously. Easy sneezy.
Yeah, you don't need much.
Yeah, what's the starter kit looking like for somebody, or what route would you give to somebody who is like trying to book a show with their favorite artist at it, let's say, or is an artist themselves and wants to book
for little to $0?
Honestly, I would say the best bet's to go to an open mic. Go to a good open mic.
Yes.
I think what I've seen up here is there's a lot of different open mics that people just don't utilize. I lucked out and I went to the Green Room Thursday night. It's scary how much talent is in that room.
Definitely nuts.
Yeah. And there's a lot. I think, because I want to say Acadia has a certain night that they do open mic. There's a bunch around. Heck, even if you only have a karaoke bar, find a way to flip a common track and then make it your own version. I've seen people do that.
Ooh, I like that. Because I think stage time is stage time.
Yeah.
Being able to hone your craft, again, no matter the genre.
Right.
Being able to get on stage in front of people, deal with the, hopefully the thunderous applause, but perhaps the smattering of 5 people's hands or some boos.
I was even talking to a younger artist that does a lot of busking.
Okay.
And some people look down on it, and I go, you're getting your reps and you're getting your hours. that interaction with people that aren't your fans, aren't your friends, you need it.
You need to build up the calluses on your fingers and on your feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Or like a big one I always tell people is once you start doing shows and you know the basics, get out of your hometown.
Yes.
Book something somewhere else.
Go to
an
Sioux
hour
Falls,
away,
exactly.
2 hours, whatever. If you want to fly somewhere, do it. But just play in front of some people that have no idea
Even an open
you are.
mic out of state, exactly, or out of your hometown.
Yeah, some people when they're traveling, they go,
some people like it more.
Mm-hmm.
Some artists, once they get that taste of it's like pseudo anonymity when you go to outside of your hometown or your home state.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Mankato to Duluth is a big range for a lot of artists. That's a pretty big gap.
Yeah.
What's the furthest away you've ever done a show?
So I've done the Midwest.
Yeah.
I haven't done Michigan yet, but I've done Wisconsin, Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa, Nebraska.
Whoa.
Any wild stories about being just really far from home? Any fun
tour
yes.
life?
Any that you can tell, I guess.
Right.
I've made it this far without swearing. Let's see, what's a good one? You talk about getting up in the morning.
Yeah.
Next time. I always thought being closer to Wisconsin, we do a lot of Wisconsin, but I do Aberdeen, South Dakota.
Oh.
It's a town I would have never knew about, but I think a friend had a friend who knew of a place, and we met the artist Denim, who kills it, does amazing things now. But we drove there, and ever since it's been like a cosmic place. Like after playing there, we started playing Sioux Falls. We started to play Fargo, Grand Forks, and then Sioux City, Iowa. All through meeting somebody, getting out there, going and doing a show. And then if you have, it kind of comes back. You help all, high tides raise all boats. But the random nights in Aberdeen are kind of legendary.
I mean, you use the word cosmic, and I'm already, my imagination's reeling.
The funny part is I'm a night owl, but I also am an early bird because I'd always be the person who's like, let's get up and get going, get back. So as long as everybody got in the vehicle, if we're all taking one, just slept in the vehicle, they're good. But one time we were riding back and cars filled up with merch and what other stuff. And every time I think we got pulled over on the way back before we hit Minnesota.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Every time.
It felt like every time. But there's one time where Belts, who was on here, he could tell you the story about, because I think everybody was still in pajamas and everything. And the cop took him out of the car and had him sit in the car. And I was like, oh, dude, we're toast.
Right.
We're toast over there. And it was nothing bad.
Right.
But he asked him at the end, I guess he asked him if he had any knives or bombs or something. And he's like, no.
No, dude.
And then they're just everyone's hungover in their pajamas.
In my SpongeBob PJs.
And he's just like, I can't be serious dressed like this. It was so funny. And I think two of our buddies slept through the whole thing.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. That's wild, man.
But just you never know what interaction could be the beginning of the domino effect,
Can I try another one that's short?
Please.
Yeah.
Sioux Falls, El Gilberto's. We're coming back. We stopped there. It's a 24/7 taco spot.
Ooh, I like that.
Everyone was hungover. We sat there. They ordered the churros at the end of the meal. We were sitting there and they were eating churros for 2 to 3 hours.
Oh.
Like nursing one churro or eating 28 churros?
I don't know if it was half dozen or a dozen at the time.
Oh my god!
But it was a crew of like 5 or 6, and they were just going ham on the churros.
I mean, glad that they were 24 hours. Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
that sounds
nice. But it does seem romanticized.
Yeah,
and it sounds, being on stage and having an adventure with these close creatives, some would call friends.
Yeah.
It sounds like it is a romp, but it is work.
Yeah.
You need to be places at certain times. You need to show up and be professional. It's not just
show up for sound check and load in.
Show up for sound check and load in. Something that seems so simple and trivial often gets overlooked, especially here in the Twin Cities, unfortunately.
This one always comes across wrong, but sound check isn't rehearsal. That's also one I like to say.
I mean, you're dropping truth bombs.
That is true.
And words of wisdom for sure.
All right, where else are we going?
What is coming up this autumn and
Ooh,
later this
okay.
year? What does the rest of 2025 look like for you?
Rest of 25, I got 2 more shows, DJing shows. One, props DJ Wonka is going to come down to a brewery in St. Peter called Tremendous Brewery.
Yeah.
We're doing like a Y2K kind of classic good vibes jams. And
with
then
Jazzy J's, right?
Huh?
The Jazzy J's. Right?
Jesse J's.
Jesse J's.
Jesse J's from
excuse me.
Duluth is coming down.
I'm thinking DJ Jazzy J's.
Who he's healing from shoulder surgery.
Oh, dang.
So he should be healed by then. And
okay, hopefully his dominant mic hand is still good.
yeah. He's been killing it with some remixes and stuff, so I'm excited what he brings.
That'd be exciting.
November 15th.
Yep. And then another one I'm trying out this year is when I used to do certain gigs, people would call me DJ Santa because of all my gray in the beard.
You're very jolly as well.
Yeah. So I'm going
You
to
watch
do
me when I'm sleeping.
December 19th at the Blue Moon in Kasota.
Okay.
I'm doing an event with my buddy Belts, and I'm going to call it the DJ Santa Holidays, and we're curating a whole night.
That'll be
But it's going to be a hip hop version of Santa for myself.
Yeah.
And I got some, I wore the chains this weekend, and somebody offered to buy them to me, and I was like, sorry, I need them I need it for my Santa
for
get up.
Christmas.
A lump of coal for you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, shout out Blue Moon Bar and Grill for sure. They have always treated you well, it sounds like.
Yeah, historically, I think it's been known as a blues bar. It's an old church. Yeah, but it's fun. The owner treats us well. You bring your own sound, but we've had some good nights. We've had some crazy nights there. The stories about that place alone and all the Moonfest shows there. Yeah, you could do an episode just on that.
We may have to, or maybe do a live episode at the Blue Moon.
Oh, we did talk about that a couple times.
The Santa Holiday show is December 19th.
Yep.
Yeah, don't miss that.
Do not miss that. Make sure you're on the extra naughty list.
Free 21 plus.
Oh,
Wow,
okay,
what a gift.
Yeah, that's
Christmas
awesome.
coming early. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That'll
That'll be dope.
Yeah, man. I was gonna ask what forgot my question. Something about advice for artists. We've only got 2 minutes of your time left.
Okay.
I just wanted to squeeze everything out of you.
Squeeze your mind grapes.
Even any advice you get, just do your own path. Figure out your own path. Just do it. What I know is not what you know. You might know something better than me.
Right.
I'm still learning myself. Just get out there and do it. The thing I'm forcing myself to do now is just put the music out there. Don't hoard it. There's so many talented artists that I get, for a lot of people, it's therapy. And they don't want to, it's a intimacy they don't want to share.
Yeah.
But being a fan, the music scene in Minnesota, but Minneapolis is so special. It's amazing. Every genre, there's like, you don't have to listen to anything anywhere else if you don't want to. And we're lucky because it's not that big of a city, but we have it all. Yeah.
I mean, we appreciate, again, your time sitting down with us and fans today, and appreciate you continuing to do your part to make Minneapolis and make Minnesota such an artistic hotspot. So thank you. Seriously.
I'm trying.
Exactly. So yeah,
Thank
for
y'all.
all your 360 video needs, shows in Mankato or anywhere in the Midwest, really, a friendly friend to have.
The friendliest of friends.
Exactly. Hit up DJ YuWish. You can follow him on Instagram, YuWish360. Follow us, DogStar Podcast.
Make sure you like, follow, subscribe the show. Give us a 5-star rating. You know what it is. You know what it is.
November 15th, Y2K25.
Tremendous Brewery, St. Peter.
Be there.
And December 19th.
That's the DJ Santa. At the
Blue Moon,
Atlanta
Minnesota.
Santa.
Yep.
Be there.
We will see you next time. This has been DJ YuWish on DogStar.
Bow wow.
Wow.
Wow, wow.